I am Enki. Welcome to the 4th season of your favorite sci-fi audio drama, Enki, Tales from the Past. As we embark on the 2nd episode of this final season, I find myself reflecting on the long road that has brought us here. From the earliest days of my arrival on Ki, filled with excitement, to the profound revelations we've faced together, each step has been a monument to the resilience of the spirit within us all. In the very first episode, I shared with you the awe and wonder that filled my being when I first encountered the extraordinary creatures that call this world home. And now, as we stand on the precipice of the great unknown, I am reminded of the triumphs and tragedies, the breathtaking achievements, and the profound spiritual practices that have shaped the course of history itself. I really wanted to bring light to the lies you live in. But it has been an arduous task. As always, I encourage you to share your thoughts and feelings with us. Leave a comment, reach out on social media, and let us know how these stories have resonated with you. Your voices are an integral part of this journey, and we cherish everyone. And so, without further ado, let us continue our journey together. The secrets of your history await.
This is Enki, Tales from the Past. This audio drama is authored, edited, and produced by Mário Portela.
I opened my eyes to a world of chaos. Flames licked at the edges of my vision, their hungry tongues devouring everything in sight. The acrid stench of burning metal and plastic assaulted my nostrils, making me gag. My head throbbed, a dull ache that pulsed in time with my racing heart. Where was I? What had happened? The questions swirled in my mind, but answers eluded me. I blinked, trying to focus on my surroundings. Twisted metal and shattered glass surrounded me, a hellish landscape of destruction. Small explosions echoed in the distance, each one sending a jolt of pain through my aching ears. I felt a strange sensation beneath my skin, a tingling that spread through my body. My suit's nanobots, I realized dimly. They were flooding my system, working to repair the damage I'd sustained. A scream pierced the air, raw and filled with agony. It was quickly followed by another, then another. The cries of the wounded and dying cut through the roar of the flames, each one a knife to my heart. Slowly, painfully, the pieces began to fall into place. The carrier. Enlil's attack. We'd crash-landed. Enlil had betrayed his own kind, a traitor and a murderer. I tried to move, to sit up, but my body refused to cooperate. Every muscle screamed in protest. Gritting my teeth, I forced myself to roll onto my side. The movement sent waves of nausea crashing over me, and I retched, bringing up nothing but bile. Through the thick black smoke that billowed around me, I could see little more than vague shapes and shadows. The heat was oppressive, shimmering in the air and distorting what little I could see. Survival. The thought cut through the fog in my mind like a blade. Survival. I had to get to safety. Now. With a Herculean effort, I pushed myself to my knees, then to my feet. My legs trembled beneath me, threatening to give way at any moment, but I stood, swaying like a tree in a storm, but upright. The destruction around me, this is madness. I stumbled out of the twisted wreckage, my legs barely supporting my weight. The durasteel floor beneath my feet was warped but intact. I realized with a start that I'd been in the main lobby when we crashed. A lucky shot indeed. As I emerged from the smoke-filled chamber, I heard a faint sound cutting through the chaos.
Enki!
My name called out in desperation. I strained my ears, trying to pinpoint the source. The heat seared my lungs with every breath, and my vision swam,
Enki!
distorted by the thick smoke and searing temperatures.
Can you hear me?
I paused, concentrating with all my might.
Enki!
There it was again, my name clearer this time.
Enki! Where are you?
I oriented myself towards the sound, willing my battered body to move. Each step was agony, but I pressed on. Something was wrong, terribly wrong with my body, but I couldn't afford to dwell on it now. Survival was all that mattered.
Enki!
The calls grew louder as I stumbled through the inferno. My throat was raw from the smoke, but I managed to croak out a response. Here! I'm here!
Enki! Enki!
Through the dancing flames, I saw a figure approaching. I couldn't make out who it was, but at that moment it didn't matter. They reached me just as my legs gave out, catching me before I hit the ground.
I've got you!
A voice said, half carrying, half dragging me away from the hellish scene.
Hold on, Enki. We're almost out.
As we staggered away from the wreckage, the icy landscape came into focus. Pieces of the once mighty carrier ship lay scattered across the snow, now darkened by fire and smoke. The sheer scale of destruction overwhelmed me, my mind struggling to process the carnage. My legs finally gave out, and we both stumbled to the ground. The man helping me gently raised me to my knees, his strong hands steadying me.
I need to stop saving you from certain death, my prince. You are turning out to be more than I bargained for.
That voice. I knew that voice. I blinked hard, trying to clear my vision. As the smoke cleared, I saw a familiar face looking down at me with concern. Abgal? I croaked, my voice raw and barely audible. He grinned, though the smile didn't reach his eyes.
The one and only.
I tried to stand, to regain some semblance of dignity, but my body betrayed me. Pain shot through every nerve, and I collapsed back onto the snow.
Easy there.
Abgal said, his hand on my shoulder.
You're in no shape to be moving around.
I gritted my teeth, frustration and shame washing over me. Here I was, Prince Enki, reduced to a helpless wreck. I couldn't even stand on my own 2 feet. I should be helping, I muttered, gesturing weakly at the chaos around us. My people. They need me. Abgal shook his head.
What they need is for you to stay alive. You're no good to anyone if you kill yourself trying to be a hero.
I wanted to argue, to assert my authority, but the words died in my throat. He was right, and we both knew it. I slumped forward, defeated. How bad is it? I asked, dreading the answer. Abgal's expression darkened.
Terrible. We've lost many good people. Most of them were gone before the crash. But there are some who made it, those who were on the lower floors.
I nodded, trying to process the information. My head throbbed and I felt dizzy. The nanobots in my system were working overtime, but even they had their limits. Enki, I asked, my voice barely a whisper. Have you seen her? Abgal's face tightened, his eyes darting away from mine.
Enki, she's alive, but...
But what? I demanded, my heart racing. Tell me, Abgal. He hesitated, his lips pressed into a thin line.
She needs urgent care. That's all I can say for now.
I grabbed his arm, my fingers digging into his flesh. No, that's not all. What aren't you telling me? Abgal sighed, his shoulders slumping.
My prince, please, you need to rest. We can discuss this later when...
Damn it, Abgal, I roared, my voice cracking. She's the love of my life. I need to know. He met my gaze, conflict etched across his features. Finally, he relented.
She's badly injured. The medics are doing everything they can, but...
I didn't wait to hear the rest. With a surge of adrenaline, I pushed myself up, staggering to my feet. Take me to her, now! But my body betrayed me once again. My legs buckled, and I crashed to the ground, snow and ice biting into my skin. Fuck! I pounded my fist into the frozen earth, frustration and despair overwhelming me. Why can't I need to see her. Abgal knelt beside me, his expression softening.
Enki, you can barely stand. How do you expect to help her like this?
I looked up at him, my vision blurred by unshed tears. Please, Abgal. I can't lose her. He held my gaze for a long moment, then nodded.
All right, but we go slow, understand?
With agonizing care, he helped me to my feet. I leaned heavily on him as we shuffled across the icy terrain. Each step sent waves of pain through my body. But I gritted my teeth and pressed on. As we approached the makeshift camp, I saw half a dozen figures darting between makeshift shelters. They carried supplies, tended to the wounded, their movements frantic and purposeful.
Water! We need more water over here.
Where are those damn painkillers?
Someone help me with this bandage.
The air was thick with desperation and the metallic scent of blood. My stomach churned, but I forced myself to focus. Enki. I had to find Enki. Where is she? I gasped, my legs threatening to give out again. Abgal pointed to a large improvised tent at the center of the camp.
There. But Enki, you need to prepare yourself. She's...
I didn't wait for him to finish. With a burst of strength I didn't know I possessed, I lurched forward, dragging Abgal with me. Enki! I called out, my voice hoarse and raw. Enki, I'm coming!
She
was authored, edited, and produced by Mário Portela.